What is up, my YouTube friends? Suburban Legend here, bringing you guys episode number 2 of my new series, What the Fuck? Where I drink a can of Red Bull and go on a rant about something not very important. This episode, we're talking about douchebags at the gym, and this episode was requested by my man CP, the Monster Gamer. Here we go. Alright, so I'm at the gym the other day just trying to get my rip on, when over the top of my music, all I can hear is some dude going, yeah, it sounded kind of like this guy right here. Now, before I go any further, I'll give you one guess as to which area of the gym this noise was coming from. That's right, the bench press area, ground zero for douchebag congregation. Now, I'm not saying everyone who benches is a douchebag, but your typical douchebag doesn't realize that there are other areas of the gym and other areas of the body that you need to work out in order to stay fit. So anyways, I hear this douchebag mating call coming from the bench press area, and I stop to take a look at what's going on. And here's this guy throwing some weight around, doing some slow-ass reps of plates on the bench press. But every time he throws it up, he lets out this unbearable noise. He proceeds to do this on and off for about 30 minutes straight, surely ruining not only his, but everyone else in the gym's chances by scaring away all females in the building. Now, before we go any further, you're probably asking yourself, Subby, how do I spot a douchebag at the gym? Well, here's a pretty comprehensive checklist to figuring out who's a douchebag. If you lift chest 4 times a week, you might be a douchebag. If you wear a headband, wristband, or any combination of the above, you might be a douchebag. That guy who's always on the basketball court rocking khakis and a polo, you guessed it, definitely a douchebag. The guy that drops the really light weight on the ground after a set just to get everyone's attention but doesn't realize it only makes himself look like a, say it with me, douchebag. If you wear your Bluetooth earpiece at the gym, A, you're not that important, and B, douchebag. If you have never lifted legs in your life, you're probably a douchebag. If you ever utter the phrase, GTL, baby, while in the gym, you're a douchebag. If you don't know what GTL means, or what show it comes from, congratulations, you are definitely not a douchebag. If you gel your hair and apply copious amounts of body spray before heading to the gym, you either have bad BO or you are a douchebag. If you pull the front of your shirt up to check out your abs in the middle of the gym, you probably already know that you're a douchebag. If you're wearing a t-shirt that says something retarded like, "No, I am not on steroids," you just answered 2 questions I had. Now I know that, no, you are not on steroids, and yes, you are a douchebag. Okay, that was just a brief list of the most typical styles of douchebaggery. If you would like to expand on this list, feel free to chime in down in the comments section below. Now here's something that you may not know. You don't have to be a male age 18 to 30 to be a douchebag at the gym. In fact, many of the douchebags I encounter at the gym are older people. That's right. Old people can be douchebags too. Now that's equal opportunity douchebaggery. I'm talking about that old lady using the only open bench press while there's 15 people in line while she's sitting on it doing finger extensions. A lot of old people do some of the stupidest exercises I've ever seen. I literally saw an old lady last week just standing in the middle of the hallway swinging her arm in a circle. And it's not like she was doing a pre-workout stretch because she was barely exerting herself mid-workout and she was really into it. Also, just because you're old doesn't mean you don't have to follow the rules of what is and is not socially acceptable. I saw an old dude walk out into the middle of the gym to weigh himself wearing nothing but boxers. Seriously, bro, pack them saggy titties back in your gym bag and either weigh yourself at home or weigh yourself with a shirt on. You are not a professional MMA fighter or a wrestler, and that fraction of a pound of shirt adds will not matter to you. Also, old people are known equipment stealers. If I'm using a machine or a bench press and I walk away for 5 seconds, you can't just come swooping in like a bird of prey and jack my machine. Gym etiquette says you sit your ass down and wait for me to finish my set, or else you ask me if you can jump in between my sets. Never swoop, it's bad for everyone. The worst is once they swoop, I come back to the machine after their set and they flip shit acting like I just stole their machine. Quit trying to pull a gym version of Inception and have some motherfucking patience. And why is it that when I'm the only person using a treadmill in a line of 20 open treadmills, some old guy with terrible BO always has to come up and use the one right next to me? You know that unwritten rule that is just naturally ingrained into your DNA as a male that teaches you which urinal to use no matter what the situation? If I wouldn't want you pissing right next to me, why in the would I want you perspiring like Jabba the frickin' Hutt while you're huffing like a chain smoker trying to walk without falling flat on your face at 3.5 miles an hour right next to me? Tell me that, bro. And what's with the one guy at the gym who always gives everyone an unintentional spot on the bench press? You know the guy I'm talking about. The guy who sprints halfway across the gym, making a huge scene to spot you on the bench press when you clearly are not struggling, nor do you want a freaking spot. Yes, that guy. He's like the gym's version of a Call of Duty tryhard. Maybe once in his life he actually had to help someone out in need, but you don't need to do that shit every day. And the worst thing is after he makes a huge scene, he's all cool about it, like, no problem, bro. You're lucky I was around. I was about to be done for the night, but I decided to shock my triceps one more time. Lucky for you, dude, or you'd have been a goner. No, man. I was perfectly fucking fine, and you did not save my life, you fucking tryhard. Well, that brings a wrap to episode number 2. Too long, didn't watch. No matter what you think, being a douchebag at the gym will not get you laid. Suburban Legend out!